Today we're talking about Melania, Trump, Pokemon Go, Joe Budden, racist tweets, Lindsay Lohan, and more on today's Headlines with Headliners.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'm over the song a little.
Already?
I'm over the song a little.
Man, you better groove, look.
That's because she's recently single.
Hey!
So now
Yeah.
Stella got her groove back.
Stella's groove is
all
here.
the way back, okay?
Hilarious. Man, we were just both kicking it. I literally just got off the road coming back from Las Vegas, Nevada for the International Conclave for Omega Psi Phi Fraternity. Hence why it looks like such a frat boy today.
I just got back from my brother's wedding in the Dominican Republic, so hence why I look so tan today.
Apparently you planned it and something, because you were there for a month.
I just got finished wondering why the music was still going for like 30 minutes. Like, why did that music play the whole track? How much do you like that song, Nate? Like, you listen to that song, you're like, that's going to be the beginning song. Then you get in your car and put that song on.
And
It's
when he
called
leaves
Picture
here,
Me Rolling. It's perfect for rolling too.
I'm not rolling. I'm not on Molly. I'm not in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
The closest thing, these are swivel chairs. I feel like maybe I'm rolling a little, but
We are rolling.
I'm not really feeling it. And I do like I like the fraternity look on you. And I like the single look on you, Kanisha.
thank you.
And I like when you break up, because apparently when you break up, it's a spectacle. It's a spectacle. Last time she had a video.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Of the
So, yeah. Before we came on, we are like, should we be talking about that on the show? Or is it too private to mention? And I had to let Tehran know, like, she doesn't care.
I don't care.
And pretty much when the guys sign up, they know what they're signing up for.
Yeah, but see, it's not just signing up. The video, Nate. Let's discuss the video.
Yeah, she's a headliner and on stage doing comedy, and she did a show in Seattle where he was a guest at the show, and she passed her cell phone.
The ex-boyfriend was a guest.
The ex-boyfriend was in the front row.
In the show.
And she passed out the phone while she talked about him cheating on her, and everybody got to watch a video of him cheating on her with another chick with a vegetable and a prophylactic. And
this is inappropriate. This is inappropriate conversation.
This is what happened.
Your life is inappropriate, Kanisha.
Oh, I know.
Your life is inappropriate. Can we get to first of all, Nate?
Yeah.
Kanisha? Are we we're just assuming everyone knows us?
Why don't you look at the camera and tell them who you are, Tehran?
I'm Tehran Von Ghasri. You can check me out on SoMe on Fox. I want to make sure everyone, because I need the ratings. And Laugh Factory every Monday and Thursday at 10 are my shows.
Well, I am Kanisha Buss, and you can follow my breakup on Snapchat and what I did to recover in the DR.
There you go. And I am at Mr. Nate Jackson. You can check me out on August 4th on MTV's Wildin' Out.
Because he's wilding out. Nate's actually a wild person.
Yes, he is.
Wildin' Out.
Speaking of wilding out.
Yeah, we got some stories, but here's one that wasn't on it. Kanisha told me this while I was filling this mug with water. What? She said that there is a store in Oklahoma City selling Kevin Durant jerseys.
For 99 cents.
No, 48 cents.
Yo,
it was
I bought them at
99
cents. I'm pissed right now. I had them send me like 10 jerseys.
Yeah.
And now I feel like, yo, I made a bad investment.
Yes, 48 cents, but they all
Somebody
sold
had a
out.
coupon.
Yo, but what people don't understand about the Kevin Durant situation, and this is in reference to Kevin Durant signing with the Oakland Warriors.
The Golden State Warriors?
The Golden State Warriors. I still call them Oakland. They'll be Oakland Warriors forever.
Call them the Golden State light-skinned Warriors.
Oh, okay. They're not so light-skinned now once Kevin Durant hits the team, but he hasn't hit the team yet. He hasn't signed yet. There is no official signing. He's just announced that he's signing with the team. So in the best move in the NBA of all time, what would be the best thing to happen is they clear out all this cap space, and then Kevin Durant goes, nah, I'm good. Just like DeAndre Jordan did with the Clippers, right? And so they clear out, and then he goes and gives a conference where he announces that he did it on purpose because they came back from the 3-1 deficit to win, to get to the finals. That would be the best.
It would, but he said after he made his announcement that he was bedridden for like 2 or 3 days. He didn't want to hear all the stuff or see the social media. Like, it's real.
It's real.
I mean,
and whoever got them jerseys got a serious come.
I don't care. Honestly, I didn't care where he went. I wanted to make the best decision for his career. My whole thing was I just wanted him to go to a city where there were barbers because his hair has been out of line. I mean, he could have went to the Clippers, and I don't even mean Los Angeles. He could just went to anyone with some clippers. He could have went to the Miami Heat and got it straightened out.
Kevin, you're my man. I've known you for a very long time. Disclaimer. I don't
Kevin,
prescribe.
he's not your man. Otherwise, he would have told you about this crap on your head. You cannot be a multimillionaire that doesn't own a brush.
Kev, just remember AAU, bro. It's us.
It's all right. Steph Curry wasn't lined up in his own wedding photo, so.
Yeah, he wasn't. But at the time, he wasn't quite Steph Curry yet. He was something about AAU. That must stand for African Americans Underprivileged, because his hair looks like a bum beard. And if you're not going to help him, then what are we talking about?
The hate is so real, man.
It is.
The hate is so real.
He's an easy money sniper. Well, it's easy money to get lined up. So that's the first thing. 48 cents. He needs to sell 10 more jerseys and go get it lined up because his hair is outrageous.
I'm down for that.
I don't understand how he's nappy-headed and his counterpart is a fashionista.
That's
how
true.
can Russell be so in tune with how he looks, and then Kevin?
Russell's a little
questionable
suspect. It's suspect.
outfits.
Look, Russell, I don't really know you, and I don't ever judge another man's appearance or the way you dress, but
I do.
Yes.
With the rainbow bracelet on. There you go.
You know what I'm
I just
saying?
want Kevin Durant to go get lined up. That's all. So listen, we're going to jump into story number one. Story number one also broke the internet along with the Jersey story, but it's Melania Trump or Melania.
Melania.
It really doesn't matter how I say it because she's trash.
She could be the first lady. You should put some respect.
She sounds like the first lady already, and that's what the story
That's
is.
what the story
She
is.
already sounds like her. She allegedly, with air quotes, plagiarizes Michelle Obama's speech. Now we have a YouTube clip I think we should go to so you guys can see the similarity.
Were raised with so many
This is the
of
first
same
lady on
values.
August 25th, 2008 in Denver.
You work hard for what you want in life. That your word is your bond, that you do what you say you're going to do.
My parents impressed on me the values that you work hard for what you want in life. That your word is your bond, and you do what you say and keep your promise.
That you treat people with dignity and respect, even if you don't know them, and even if you don't agree with them.
That you treat people with respect. They taught and showed me values and morals in their daily life. That is a lesson that I continue to pass along to our son. And we need to pass those lessons on to the many generations to follow.
And Barack and I set out to build lives guided by these values and to pass them on to the next generation, because we want our children and all children in this nation to know that the only limit to the height of your achievements is the reach of your dreams and your willingness to work hard for them.
Because we want our children in this nation to know that the only limit to your achievements is the strength of your dreams and your willingness to work for them.
Okay.
Come on.
You get kicked out of college.
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. First of all,
Yes.
okay, in defense of Melania, okay? In defense of Melania.
You mean Michelle?
Michelle.
Everyone is so focused on the fact that she allegedly plagiarized a very small portion of her speech
Just a
from Michelle
paragraph.
Obama. I think it's actually more important. Let's look at the cup as half full. The fact that she spoke English and none of us expected that. Like, we didn't. I didn't even know she could speak. Like,
She can.
I've
She can read it, but she can't speak it
that
fluently.
she spoke it. She spoke well. She was articulate.
This is the thing.
Because
If
she
you
watched
speak-
Michelle
eloquent,
Obama's speech
If you
1,000
speak
times.
to Melania, she can't register what you're saying and then respond.
Yeah.
But if you put English on a teleprompter, no matter where your source is, she can read it flawlessly.
Listen, let's listen. Once again, the work of speechwriters is difficult. The speechwriter came out and said that he may have accidentally taken
Come
a
on
piece.
now.
It happens. President Obama went through the same thing in 2008. I remember he had pieces of John Edwards' speech in his campaign. He had pieces of what's the black governor's name, Dulac, in his speech as well.
Yeah, two Democrats.
Okay, and here's the thing. I was expecting Melania to say, "Me and Barack." I was waiting for that. And the way they have the video footage set up, it's like that.
Yes.
But I think we have a lot bigger problems going on than if she took a piece of the.
I don't. As a comic, this is pretty much how they showed Carlos Mencia stealing from Bill Cosby. The same way. A little bit of Bill, a little bit of Carlos. A little bit of Bill, a little bit of Carlos. I think.
What about parallel thought, Nate?
What about it?
What about parallel thought? At times happens where someone says a joke, and then across the country, someone else says a joke, and it's a similar joke. And instead of saying, oh, this person may have just thought of it on their own, we always jump the gun and say, this person stole from us.
I don't always jump the gun.
Yeah, some of it, like Amy Schumer, that was all Patrice O'Neal. And the whole joke I seen, I was like, that's the same joke. So sometimes you can tell when somebody took a joke versus us all having something on a topical situation and we happen to say the same thing. Like,
there was a kid on YouTube that was doing Patrice O'Neal verbatim, just like YouTube style, one line jump.
The black kid with the...
I can't remember his name.
The YouTube kid from Baltimore.
Doesn't matter. I think Patrice is the one we should remember, and the kid who stole all his stuff should be forgotten. But my point to that is parallel thought. Two people on the other side of the nation. Here's the thing. If somebody steals one of my jokes and or says something very similar to me, there's a certain amount of it that's like, wow, that's cool, we think like that.
Yeah.
And based on how they grew up, I grew up, what I'm exposed to, what they're exposed to as a young black man in America, perhaps they could see the same thing and have the same perspective. But for Melania Trump, who's entirely different, represents an entirely different political view, to come out and speak the same words of the current First Lady, who she has for the entire 8 years been reducing to possibly not a citizen, is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, well, she had a speechwriter, and it was really the speechwriter's fault, not her fault. She didn't write her own speech. What she did do that was wrong is that she went on an interview and said that she wrote her speech and that none of it was stolen or taken.
They denied it.
And denied it. And that was an incorrect move on her part. The next day, of course, the speechwriter came out and just said, hey, I may have possibly inadvertently taken a piece.
Right, and then the Trump campaign rejected the speechwriter's resignation.
Yes, of course.
You're still our speechwriter.
Hey, and
well, because
which means her next speech, she's going to be like Malcolm X.
Well, that's where the memes come in, because they were just doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff with that. They killed her. But Trump had tweeted, he was like, well, any publicity is good publicity, and that's what everybody is talking about, is her speech. So it's like, to be unapologetic and like, oh, well, this is what we're going to do.
And
that's
why people like Trump. That's a great point, Kanisha. People really like Trump.
They really like him.
I mean, I'm not going to say what kind of people, but there are people that really like Trump, and they enjoy his unapologetic stance on things. When he says something, he doesn't backpedal, usually. I say usually.
Yeah, there should be some backpedaling going on. This whole concept is trash. And the only thing that could possibly come good out of this is if she does other things that Michelle Obama has done. Like
sit in the car with Missy Elliott. I swear, when Missy did that, don't buy my style, don't copy me, I really feel Michelle looked at the camera. Even though it was before the speech, I feel like Michelle was preemptively saying something to Melania.
Just with her eyes.
Just with her eyes. Just that look. But at the same time, look, and here's the thing, and I really want to talk about like having a writer or someone. Have you ever gotten, I have been in a situation where I got a tag, right, for a joke, and then the tag for the joke that I took, and it was good, it was great, turned out to be someone else's. Someone gave me a tag for a joke, and it turned out to be someone else's. So I didn't even know that it was someone else's until someone called me out on it. And I was like, oh, okay. And I understood that situation, right? She was in a situation where she was given a speech to read, read it very, very well.
Did she? Eloquently?
Eloquently. This could be the first lady.
This nation. That sounds like the radio show that's on TV with Ricky Smiley, and they show all the other stations. Dish Nation.
No, she's not. All I'm saying
Dish Nation.
Exactly. And Dish Nation.
Dish Nation.
It is interesting that Donald Trump does speak a lot about how immigrants come to his country and steal, and then he really just met his own wife. Like, that's just really interesting.
She sounds like Arnold.
But it just happens. It happens, and people move on from it. It's not up to Carlos Mencia standards, but people move on from it.
All right. Well, I haven't and won't and don't want her to move into the White House. Now, I want you to do an impersonation of a Melania Trump speech that she may give in the next 3 months.
Hello, everybody. I have a dream. I have a dream that all the little Yugoslavian boys. I don't even know where she's from. I'm saying Yugoslav. That's actually prejudice of me. I apologize, Melania. You are a wonderful woman. Can we pull up my favorite picture of Melania? It's her in all her glory.
Yes.
I kind of want her to be the first lady.
You know what? It's crazy because all the people that criticize Michelle for wearing sleeveless dresses are all for this woman right here. And that's what kills me the most. They have criticized Michelle so much, but this is what they're supporting right now. And it's absolutely ridiculous.
That's actually true. A lot of Republicans are all about family values and morals.
She's so disrespectful. Are her shoes on in that bed? Black people do not play shoes in no bed. If you don't get your Nikes off my covers.
They are on the bed.
And the part where she's going to lay her head to go to bed later. She's out of line.
But she can get it, though.
Not for me.
No.
Not my swag.
Hold on. If she becomes first lady of the United States, you're telling me you wouldn't smash?
I am.
Really? Because I would smash. Listen, just for the fact, like, hey, Nate, what you do last night? Oh, that's, haha. You were at the, oh, cool. Yeah, I smashed
the first lady.
How about that's what's up? Well, last week she tried to smash me, and I was like, yo, I'm cool. I got standards.
And then she took one of my jokes and did it on stage.
Exactly.
At the Republican National Convention.
Kanisha, give me a speech impersonation.
I am Malcolm X.
That's the actual speech?
That's it.
We didn't get an accent or nothing. Huh?
I could barely do my own accent.
Wow.
I can't do my regular voice.
I got
We're waiting for your speech.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, we're waiting for your speech.
4 scores and 7 years ago.
She's like,
I've been bamboozled.
Round and around I go. Where I'll stop, only you know. I guess it's all in my mind.
We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us.
Just like me to do an obscure soulful real reference. Right? She's just gonna be like, I'm a black man in America. Like she's gonna do Chris Rock.
I'm just a black man caught up in the mix.
Every little thing I do.
Every little step I take.
Trying to make $1 out of 15
ridiculous,
cents.
man. So let's go to the next topic. The next topic that's sweeping.
I think every little step I take was Bobby Brown. I'm out blacking you right now. Yeah. Soul for Real was every little thing you do, you're on my mind.
Yes.
Every little thing I do, you're on my mind. You're on my mind. Hey.
Now Bobby Brown was every little step I take.
Every little step I take.
Who else was on that song?
I don't know.
You are out blacking me, if that's a thing. I might be out blacking you with this next one.
Let's go.
Pokemon Go.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
New augmented reality game sweeping the world.
Did they just jiggle like that?
Jigglypuff.
Yeah, you gotta catch them all. That's what the cops have been playing, Nigglypuff. So, Tehran, are you playing Pokemon Go?
Definitely no. I'm Pokemon no. I'm Pokemon Go F yourself. I'm Pokemon. I mean, I'm just not about that like Pokemon life. I played this other game. It's called Real Life, and I'm doing very well at it and trying my best. I just can't play Pokemon Go. I can't be on board. And you made a very good point about the whole, it's dangerous to Pokemon in black, and we'll get into that. But
why am I sitting here just disgusted with you? I love Pokemon. Call me Young Ash in these streets.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my
I've been playing Pokemon since the 11th grade. I got all the original cards. Charmander, Squirtle, and Charizard are the homies. Pikachu. Hey, I got a joke for you guys real quick.
Ready,
Why don't you take a shower with a Pokemon?
Give me a second. I know the answer.
Why?
Because it'll peek at you. Yeah! Just came to me.
that was good.
Pokemon Go is amazing, and I caught me some Dominican Pokemons. I love it.
Hey, I got a joke for you.
Yes.
Why don't Meow2?
I don't know.
Because we're too black to be messing with no Pokemon Go's. You gotta focus. Pokemon Go is the government's policy for getting people to not focus on police brutality against black lives.
Well, actually, when it comes to Pokemon Go, it lends to police brutality. If you heard about the football player that was accosted by the police as he was playing Pokemon Go, he had his headphones in, and the police went because he matched the description of a bank robber in the area, and he was just playing Pokemon Go, not paying attention. The police came up to him, and he could have been shot because he wasn't following directions, because he was not suspecting anything.
Trying to catch a Squirtle. Put down the gun. It's not a gun.
Please never say Squirtle again, Nate. Please just.
I love saying Squirtle. Squirtle.
But when you say it though, what's good? When you said it, it sounded like something to come out right out your ass. It did. No, let's not.
So here's the thing, like they say that he fit the description of a bank robber, but then when you continue to watch the news from the same area, they don't talk about how they were looking for bank robbers. They never drop the story, and then we caught the actual bank robber. Like that's not at the end of the story. It's just he fit the description of a bank robber, so we did all of this to him. And back to you, Chuck. Like, well, what happened to the real bank robber?
That's real.
There was not none. But
first of all, what if the person who actually is the description that everyone fits has been getting away with all of this?
This crime for years.
The same person has robbed all these stores, banks, pushed people. He's toting a gun in public. This one guy fits all the description.
Just the description.
And they just let him go.
They keep letting him go.
I'm just saying.
Well, here's some more on Pokemon news. They're saying they're having border issues because in Canada, the Canada border, kids have been crossing over trying to catch Pokemon and not paying attention that they're going across the border. So some kids were returned home safely. So now they feel like it's going to be a security issue with the Pokemon Go.
Whoa.
And
if you get a Pokemon in Canada, are you smuggling when you bring it back across the border?
I mean, I think it's dangerous to be Pokemon in black or brown if you're walking around buildings looking for something. I mean, I don't see a lot of our white neighbors just being okay with that.
No. Yeah.
If they weren't Canadian, if the Mexicans were crossing the border
trying to get Pokemons,
trust me, they wouldn't have the same.
There was a guy that got shot at in Texas just for being on private property.
Yeah, but
get
it's Texas.
Your ass out of here!
But it's Texas. There's
a Squirtle over there, sir.
People get
if it
shot
ain't a
at
gator,
in Texas.
Right?
Yeah.
Get shot at in Texas, man. So yeah, I'm not Pokemon going, but they also released it in Japan and pretty much broke Japan.
They did. Yeah. Japan's done. Japan's gone.
It's over.
It had over 100 million downloads just here. Like it's absolutely crazy.
So they said like in a week it has passed the amount of users that are on Instagram and Snapchat.
And it took Nintendo's stock up $10 billion, which people don't realize. I don't think people understand the difference between a million and a billion. Right. They really don't understand that concept. So, like, if a million was seconds, how long do you think it would be, Kanisha?
I'm not good at math.
No, it's okay. A million seconds. How long? How many hours, days?
A million seconds?
Yeah, how many? Because it sounds like a lot. A million.
2 days?
It's 12 days. It's about 12 days. Do you know how much a billion seconds would be?
I'm going to go 2 months.
32 years.
That's
the difference between a million and a billion. 32 years. So a million seconds is 12 days roughly, and a billion seconds is 32 years.
And I want you to take a second to tell me where you first got that information.
Oh, I calculated that one myself.
This is why he needs to play Pokemon Go, because he's in the house counting billion seconds.
Probably be level 43 master right now.
I mean, I play chess. That's the game I have on my phone.
I play chess a lot too.
I'm a chess person, but Pokemon Go, I can't get into augmented reality when we have a real reality that's going on around our
that is actually problematic right now.
Exactly.
For people with your likeness and discourse.
And people are getting upset. Like as performers, you'd be mad if someone was playing Pokemon Go at one of your shows. You know, Beyonce went off on a concert goer who was playing Pokemon Go during a concert.
Somebody was playing Pokemon Go during a speech or during a deliberation by somebody at the White House.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now
Homeland Security.
Yeah, Homeland Security.
He was in the middle of his speech. He's like, "Are you
talking about terrorists?"
That Pokemon game.
And he called him out.
I caught a Pikachu during sexual intercourse, so I was just bent over trying to catch my Pokemon.
And we go back to Kanisha's breakup.
Right.
The reasons are
I'm just
top
saying.
5 reasons Kanisha broke up.
Right. Because Pokemon's been out for like a week or so. She just got done today or yesterday. So how did you catch the Pokemon during intercourse without cheating? Yeah. Move on to the next story.
I was single.
Okay, so number 3. This is something that happened in real reality, not augmented reality, but this is Joe Budden.
Yes.
Joe Budden
Pump it up.
recently released a new Drake diss called Just Because. This is his 4th Drake diss track in like a few months. And there's a video that came out where Budden is chasing fans for what he called running up on him. Quote unquote, in black people talk, they tried him. They were going to fight him, do something to him.
Tried him is not black. That's more black people
more
talk.
Black.
But what they did was they approached him unannounced.
No, I said in black people talk and went blacker. Because I've out-blacked you since the beginning of the show.
Oh, you trying to you wearing an Omega Phi Psi. You
First of all,
out-blacked.
it's sci-fi.
Whatever.
You gave it a shot.
You've out-blacked me already.
I don't know
buddy.
if I can beat you. You're wearing a house robe.
saying
And that's pretty black to wear house clothes around in public.
Half Black
House
Lives
shoes.
Matter too. Okay, Nate?
They do.
Thank you.
One
Can we
drop
go
of Black Lives Matter
roll that
is an
beautiful
issue.
bean
Please
footage.
just play it.
Let's do it.
It's Joe Budden. It's Joe Budden. Joe Budden.
I'm scared.
Some
You're
shit
getting
over there.
chased by Joe Budden, my nigga.
Excuse me?
Oh, man. Boy! Follow me on Twitter, boy! Read the Kid Prodigy. Yo, what the fuck? Yo! Back up. That wasn't me. Lock the door. Go. Yo, back up. Yo, don't. I'm trying to make... Yo.
I love Joe Budden.
Is that him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
He got rocks.
That wasn't me. I'm back up. Rock again. I'm gonna kill one of you little niggas.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yo, chill.
Sir, I'm sorry for them. I'm sorry.
He got a handful of rocks.
You got. That wasn't me. I wasn't.
He's half Palestinian.
I keep saying these little internet games.
They shut his hat on.
20 niggas killed. Yep. I know.
This is great. This is better than Blair Witch. Who put it all together?
You know the internet.
But why is he chasing a Ford in a Maserati?
Why is he chasing for? He was in a Honda Acura or something.
No, he's in a foreign.
I didn't. Yeah, a foreign Acura.
No, he's in
Joe
a
Budden was in
nice
the
car,
act.
man.
It was in the act, bro.
So what they're not showing is before this, I don't know, it's not on there. They were yelling Drake lyrics at him. That's how it started. They're like yelling Drake lyrics at him.
Well, I knew something was going on because Joe waited in the car for him.
Yeah.
Like he's waiting.
Yeah.
So when he's close enough and he pops out on him, he can get a hold of one of them.
And it all comes because of the recent Drake disc that Joe Budden released.
Just Because.
The fourth one. Just Because, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fourth Drake disc that he's released in so many days, and he says he has 200 more to go.
Yes.
So I think this is going to happen to him 200 more times. Drake
So for
fans
those of you who
are
don't
real.
know, this is Joe Budden.
This is him cleaned up. This is a cleaned up Joe
one
Budden.
of he was also on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, can we call him Love and Hip Hop's Joe Budden? Can we officially?
No, we can't.
No,
What we
'cause
will
Joe-
call him is the lyricist, rap god. Joe
Yes.
Let's
Budden.
call him the
Joe-
Love and Hip
no,
Hop.
no,
More
we're not calling him
people
Love and
know
Hip Hop.
him now for Love and Hip Hop
Then what?
than rap lyrics.
No.
Pump It Up was in 2003, my dude.
Yeah, that's his mainstream hit, but Joe has been relevant in rap for a while,
Yes.
just on a different tip.
Because Slaughterhouse sold
Let me
12
tell you something.
records.
More people are going to know him from that clip we just saw than any of the
anything
stuff
else,
we're
than
talking
anything
about.
else.
Pump It Up is going to start coming back on in the club. Just
Right?
watch.
Pump it up.
My favorite part about this, one, it is super dangerous to run up on people, like extremely. But my favorite thing
On
is
both of their parts.
how
On black people.
Well, definitely on black people, but how hardcore they were until he decided to run upon them. Now everybody's all sorry and I apologize. You can't just run up on people. That's dangerous. People will shoot you over stuff like that.
Or hit your window with a handful of rocks. Joe was about that life.
Did you call them Palestinians?
Yes, I did.
'Cause
He had a
find that
handful of
little
rocks.
offensive.
The person, the people in the car.
No, him. You know, Palestinians, they fight tanks with rocks.
Okay.
Yeah, see?
I missed the reference of when you said it. I thought you said Palestinian
No.
because the kid had a heavy accent,
No.
not because he was using rocks on a car.
Yeah.
Wow.
He didn't have a heavy accent. He dropped the N-word.
And that
like
drove me mad.
Which is a whole different discussion.
What were the kids?
They were white.
What?
Okay.
Listen, you didn't even have to ask the question, not to make it a race thing, but who would do such a thing? The same way that I feel like running up on black people's more dangerous. I feel like I'd be safer if instead of Joe Budden, that was Ken Jeong. If that was Ken Jeong, someone came out and just started like spitting Aziz Ansari jokes, he wouldn't have, I don't feel like that chase would have ensued. I feel like there's certain cultural aspects to different things, certain ethnic nuances. One of them is you don't walk up on a black person. I really feel that because of the danger we've been in societally in the United States of America. You just don't walk up on a black person.
Why?
And not only that, it's not like he's at the store.
Why?
You know why?
No, but the people that are watching this don't know what you're
It's
insinuating.
because dangerous things have happened. First of all, as a black male, right, regardless of my cultural background being half or not, I feel that society has made me more paranoid.
You have post-traumatic stress syndrome. You have PTSD living black in America.
Maybe. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that if I was medically diagnosed with that. Simply because I'm in the car with my white friends and a cop is behind us, I notice the difference of how they think and I think. Like, I immediately like, yo, turn the music down. Like, and they're like, why? To even think why. Right? And this isn't just a police thing. I have a lot of respect for the police. I'm just saying things happen even in black clubs. They're just not as much friendly fun as they are white clubs. White clubs are just like, woo! Yeah! And they're like spraying water from the DJ booth. I would please spray some water from the DJ booth.
Not on no weaves. I would tear a whole club up.
Not on no fresh J's or fresh. Yes. We spend money on our face. Here's the thing. It was put so eloquently. What you just said. I appreciate how you can take the word, you're a wordsmith, like Joe Budden. But the fact that was a lot of words just to say, don't run up on black people, you'll get your ass whooped.
I'm trying to explain it. And I'm trying to explain it to the people that need to not run up on us. Because it happens, and I'll tell you.
He means approach.
Nate, I've seen you at the end of, because you, by the way, Nate smashed the other week at Chocolate Sunday, okay? He smashed the Laugh Factory. When I say smashed, I mean there were other
I've seen it happen.
Comedians go up and they couldn't hold a candlestick light to him right there. He comes outside and there were people, men, grown men, who walked up and would tap him and he'd spin around like that wasn't a...
I don't remember all that.
I do. It wasn't a fan.
I don't remember somebody tapping me spinning around
that was
aggressively.
A fan. It wasn't aggressive, but it was
because after a good set, I'm outside like, come on, everybody.
No,
where's
but
my
you
shine
were aware. You were aware. Like it was a tap. Like who is this?
Right.
While another person might just get tapped on the shoulder, for a couple seconds and then be like, hey. So I just feel like it's a racial thing.
I think the biggest thing too, it's not like they were at the store or somewhere. They went up, they followed him and went to his house. Like you cannot run up on people's houses. And then we have a lot of places that do have stand your ground and you're on my property. You know how that turns out as well. But you cannot, and that's what they're saying. 100%. I hope you guys don't make this thing a habit of running up on people at their home.
Especially
that's not the new Ice Bucket Challenge.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
And that's what they're worried about. And what you guys have to understand, too, the big difference, too, somewhat from our era is a lot of these older rappers are really about what they say, not just what they rap about. Now, we might have some new little rappers that just say anything, but these grown men...
talking about Lil Yachty.
Yeah, things like that. Nothing is going to happen. Aubrey. But when you run up on
Drake,
grown...
Let's be respectful. This man has hits. He has...
Wheelchair Jimmy, then...
Oh, my gosh.
He's not going to really... it's not going to be that, but you have to be careful. And if you watch Love and Hip Hop, like you say, he's not rapped too well. So not only that, you're running up on somebody who's not wrapped all the way tight. That's going to be a bad situation.
I will say this for Joe Budden. He is one of the best battle MCs ever. Yes. I will say this.
Yeah, he's pretty good with a rock, too.
Yeah.
So, speaking of racism, let's get into story number 4. There was a racist tweet that got a girl who's known on Twitter as Megan C.J. Olsen, Megatron. This tweet she put got one girl fired. Recently tweeted out this tweet when a Mexican family did not tip her at a Colorado, Texas Roadhouse restaurant.
She wrote, if we had a real life purge, I would kill as many Mexicans as I could in one night.
Hashtag
wow.
Learn how to tip you.
No, it's blurred out. So there's something after the you.
Yeah, you.
Mexicans. Well, Mexicans is not blurred out, so it probably says something even worse. Probably some type of slur. But either way, people went nuts. They took to social media, and she was immediately fired.
Yes.
Which kind of puts things in perspective because she's like a Twitter somebody. And
that don't count in real life. Don't forget about that.
Well, clearly because she worked at her Texas Roadhouse.
Yes.
In Colorado.
Exactly.
Because the Colorado, because when I first read it, I thought it was in Texas. And I was like, Texas. And then let's deflect. It's in Colorado. She does get fired.
Why you say that about Texas?
You know why.
I don't.
Okay, this is once again we're going back to who else you don't run up on?
Mexicans.
You don't run up on the property of white people in Texas.
Why not?
I feel bad for every Jehovah's Witness in Texas.
Or
anybody
Pokemon.
that has to go door
What's
to door
wrong with
salesperson.
Texas?
You know what's wrong? Texas isn't even open carry. There are there are actual cities in Texas where it's mandatory to own a gun.
Yeah.
Like it's illegal not to own a firearm.
The reason why he's saying that is because Texas was the last state in the union to concede to giving up slavery. That's actual fact.
I didn't want to go there.
Just want you to know that it's trickled down, and now they even have get off my property laws. So if you're on their property, they can actually shoot you.
They can. That's not even now. When
they have a problem, they're like, "Come on over here, check my mailbox. There's bullets in there."
In Texas, that's how it goes in Texas. But this young lady, but one thing that did happen right in Colorado at the Texas Roadhouse is immediately social media attacked her. They retweeted her. They posted on Facebook. They called her out, and her boss, who was ironically
Mexican,
cutting his grass, went over there and fired her on the spot.
Good. Yes. Now, does she still have her Twitter account?
Does she still have her Twitter account? As far as I know, I believe she does. I checked it this morning.
She's been picked up by the Trump campaign, guys.
I know, right? She's like...
She has a job now.
She's like
Trump secretary.
Now. Yeah, she's ridiculous. Make America's chips great again. So I saw... she's not on Twitter. We looked it up. Sorry, that page does not exist. Twitter has been deleting accounts. I just watched the whole thing with Leslie. Leslie's Ghostbusters. Leslie Jones, stand-up comedian extraordinaire from Saturday Night Live.
Yiannopoulos. They removed his.
Major,
Milo,
and he had a major presence on
it. Yeah, they removed his account
immediately. And he went back to Twitter through a statement he made through a website saying, "I'm going to get you, sucker," basically.
and I actually don't agree with that. I don't agree that they should do that. And he went right to Facebook Live, which is owned by, Twitter is owned by Facebook, by the way. He went right to Facebook Live and posted.
Twitter's not owned by Facebook. Facebook and Twitter are the last two powers. Periscope's owned by Twitter.
Oh, Periscope.
Instagram's owned by
you're right. I
Facebook.
apologize. He Periscoped.
That's why he went over to Facebook. Like, well, they'll let me talk.
No, he Periscoped it. He Periscoped.
Which is owned by them.
Yeah.
And got it off anyway.
And got it up. That's actually 100%. I apologize. I misspoke. But what I was trying to...
He means he said the wrong thing.
I did say the wrong thing.
I was just making sure that the black people understood what you were saying.
Why are we translating for every single person?
Say, what is going on?
No, translating means saying what it actually means.
Anyway, go ahead, because I agree with what you're about to say.
No, what I have to say is social media is supposed to be the truest form of democracy. And if we are saying we're a nation of freedom of speech,
right.
First Amendment, then if you don't believe in freedom of speech for the people that you disdain, you don't actually believe in freedom of speech.
Right, and Twitter didn't have a problem with that. What they had a problem with was the fact that he sent his following, his army, his beehive, what have you, to go then also trash those. He sent them specifically, go to get Les Dog's account and give her hell today.
Sure.
That's what got
this
him
young
banned.
lady, what about this young lady? All she did was post a racist tweet. So if they banned her, which we don't know, allegedly.
Yeah, well, he was there this morning when you saw it, and it wasn't there when he went now. Maybe there was a misspelling or something, so I don't know. But, you're correct. In this particular sense, she can say this hate speech.
She can.
The problem with Yiannopoulos was that he sent his people to go basically like break her Twitter, let her know we think she's ugly. Disrespect.
Okay, so your thoughts on Leslie Jones?
About whether or not she's ugly? I think that Leslie... This is the thing. I've known Leslie for a very long time, and there's actually been a few times where I was with Leslie or around Leslie or at a show or something, and Leslie was, like, attractive. So I can't say, I don't see it. Because there's been a couple nights I was like, Leslie could mess around and get it today. You know what I mean? But in general, I think she has a beautiful spirit. She works very hard. I think that she's funny and she's smart and she's strong inside out, strong-willed, and she is sweet, and there's a vulnerability to her that her height and stature, demeanor, that type of thing doesn't look like right out the gate. You know what I mean?
I do.
So I think that all of it was unwarranted. I wish you didn't have to go through it. I would like to see a veteran black comedian with very little breaks and opportunities in the industry get one and to just outright be able to get it versus get it. It goes incredible feature, great opening weekend, and then people are literally quoting and saying that she looks like an ape. That was the entire
that was very disrespectful
concept, and I think that's just
very disrespectful.
That was disheartening to me. I'd like to see Leslie just be able to get a win, and it's just a win.
But that's how people are on social media. Remember when Amanda Steinberg was she played in Hunger Games and she was the black girl that got killed in the first one?
Oh, they did her so bad on Rue. They said they didn't have any feeling that she died because she was black. And it was a child. She was a
child.
This is a little girl from District 3?
Yes. Yeah. They were so upset.
I almost cried. People didn't care.
No, they said that in the book, because in the book
she's not black.
She doesn't. They don't. The author said she never said what color she was in the book, but they said in the book they cried and they felt bad for her, but when they watched her die as a black girl, they didn't have any feelings and they didn't care. And it was just like, it's a child, you know what I'm saying? But they were like, huh? And they were upset and they said, well, are the only two good characters, because the other dude was black, the one that helped, what's her face? Mm-hmm. And they were like, why are the only two good characters black in the movie? Like, they just lost it. They were very upset.
It's true.
I think the point was a child died.
Yeah, but they're not.
Exactly.
A beautiful child, actually. She was an adorable little girl.
She was beautiful, and they actually did a study where they attached those nodes that tell things in your brain, waves just show up, and they were showing images. And when it came to white people, they felt 10 times less empathetic when something happened to a person of a different color, race, in different fields. With black people, it did happen as well, but it was like 2 times less, not that significant a drop. Yeah. But it was like a very significant drop, and that was a very disheartening.
You should have showed the white people watching something happen to pets, because they be losing it.
Oh my gosh! If pets were getting shot instead of black people in cars, man.
You know how much money they put into Hurricane Katrina to go rescue pets?
If a cop stepped on a black dog until it choked, and the dog said, "I can't breathe," paws up, don't you?
You know why that's funny?
White people would be.
They would not, and I'll tell you why.
Because it's a black dog?
No, black dogs actually have a hard. They actually started a campaign to get people to adopt dogs of brown and black color, because white dogs are that much more adopted by white families. That is a true statement. I'm not even. I wish I was making this.
I would put my foot down and be like, "That's preposterous." But we had 2 chocolate labs growing up in my black family, so I actually took pride in saying we're all chocolate, even our dogs,
even the dogs.
But that's the thing. That's what's profound, is that the value of black life, or the nodes going off, is less for a black human or black child in the movie.
And not all white people. Let's remember, this
all,
isn't.
But you guys know we're not talking about all in any of these examples. The people who watch this show are smart people. They don't generalize. They just know when we're kidding. So, all white people, when they see...
Not my mama.
Right? No, but really though, like, at this point, we could raise more money for like a Black Lives Matter movement, or for something, HBCUs or Black... If they did like one of those commercials that they've been playing all these years for pets to raise money, but instead of dogs, maybe they just like showed some brothers hooping.
I mean, it sounds nice, but it still wouldn't work. That's
for $2 a day.
That's the thing. I hope your mom's very different, yeah?
Yeah.
And I think that should be a form of reparation.
What should be?
That white women should sleep with black men just because, as a reparation.
My mother is down.
She has repaired. She's like, she has paid back her debt.
She's paid that debt back.
And we should get a discount on cotton. Whatever.
No, but I do think some reparations of some sort should be in order. I only feel that way, not because I feel like we need a handout, but because I've seen the other nationalities who have dealt with a struggle, a strife, or been set back, or a genocidal situation have had one.
You're specifically referring, I would assume, to the Jewish population.
And the Japanese who got for Japanese internment camps.
Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, there's a lot more to discuss there. I mean,
we did build this.
Yeah, but Jews and Japanese weren't slaves. So they didn't build the whole country. And you can send them back somewhere. Where are we going to go?
Wow. I mean...
Because they have an origin country.
Much bigger discussion, because a lot of people...
My suggestion isn't to send everyone back somewhere. My suggestion is to say, where do you send...
Especially if you go to Japan, if you go to San Francisco...
An African-American who's... You're African-American.
You go to San Francisco, you have 3rd and 4th generation Japanese-Americans who are here, who are as American as many of us, because some of us are only third and fourth generation if
Right.
we really
No,
went back.
you're exactly right. But if you go back 3 and 4 generations, their lineage was not stolen from their motherland.
And
Yeah, they
that's-
still practice their traditions. They still pass on their languages. Everything is different for us. We don't have any.
We don't have that to pass on.
And mixed people, we started here, so all I have is.
You know?
we are very new. We're like
We're new.
2.0.
Yeah,
we are the
so-
we're
Definitely.
we are.
We're actually the originators.
That's how.
You
Yeah.
know? I don't have.
You're not mixed.
No, but I'm not mixed people. I'm saying black people. Like, for instance, if you say, "Oh, I'm second generation Latino," that means you're the second generation here,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Like you're the second generation to be Americanized, I guess you could say,
Yes.
or assimilate. We don't have that first generation to say, "Well, originally we were from West Africa. We're Igbo." So we don't know.
They do have that DNA test. That
They
people
do,
take.
but a lot of that was designed to be lost in translation. Now, I'll move on. Speaking of white women and reparations,
There we go.
check this out as a segue. Lindsay Lohan, we'll do this. We have 5 minutes left, so we'll let you keep up.
Yeah.
Lindsay Lohan took to social media and called out her maybe fiance millionaire Igor Tarabasov for cheating and also claimed to be pregnant, posting it all over Instagram and Twitter.
Can I add an extra detail to that?
Please
Yes.
do.
Millionaire
Makes a difference.
Igor Tarabasov. I just want to throw that out there because I feel like as this conversation about the alleged cheating of Igor Tarabasov
Yes.
goes on, the millionaire will play a small part. Okay? So basically, Lindsay Lohan took to Instagram, started posting, "Oh, you didn't come home last night," and things of this nature, and basically announced that she was pregnant, all on social media, by the way.
gram.
Just put them on blast.
Wow.
On the gram.
So we have a picture of them two together.
And we
Nice
also
little low light scenario.
and if you actually read that, it's like it seems like it's nice, but it's actually one of those "why didn't you come home" messages. Yeah. So I mean, and this is just one of
Where your
many.
ass was at when we was. That's what you want to know.
Exactly. And Lindsay Lohan, this isn't her first public meltdown. No. We're very familiar with her antics. She has been on the gram before. This is actually one of the few times that a lot of people are taking her side. They're taking her
Yeah,
side.
well, she's
because-
clearly the victim here, and she gets to blast it. She's pulling a Kardashian, and
Is she?
she's,
Yeah, I was about to
and
say.
what
Is she
she's
the
doing
victim?
is she's finding out
Is she the
the
victim?
validity that the public will give her for being hurt, for being downtrodden,
Two
and being
sides
done
to every
wrong.
story, Nick
Hence,
Jackson.
There
saying that
is,
he's a
but-
millionaire.
And there's the truth.
Anytime a woman gets cheated on and she might be pregnant,
Allegedly.
you're getting all the stuff.
All the love.
Allegedly.
All the love. You're gonna
Can
get
we
all of the love.
look, I'm speak on behalf of all men right now.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't know what he has done. We are only taking her account of it. Now, as a person who recently was accused of cheating, Kanisha,
Yes.
I would think that you would be a lot more sympathetic and empathetic to her cause. Because we don't know what he has or has not done. We are only going based on her word and
Preach.
accounts. And to be very fair,
You know, you need a hype man.
Yeah, you do.
Keep going.
Thank
I got you.
and
And
in the problematic situation,
Problematic situation.
in this eventual alleged creation
Alleged creation.
of Igor cheating on his vacation,
Vacation.
all I'm saying is that the simple systematic disenfranchisement of a relationship
Disenfranchisement of a relay.
is built and based upon the sanctity of trust.
The foundation.
And with no trust,
None.
the relationship is a bust.
now let me tell you something. Trust doesn't just go away. So we don't know everything that he's already done that she never said anything about. So
You
she
need
just
a hype
finally
man.
broke down. You know how much stuff we go through before we go, you know what? I'm telling everybody.
telling everybody.
The only thing I disagree with is she may get back with him and then you look hella goofy. That's why you gotta
Goofy
wait till
looking.
it's all the way over before you start blasting him, because then we're gonna think you're super stupid for getting
You
back
are
with him.
super stupid.
But we don't know what she's dealt with up until this point, because the first or second or third time we don't
Fifth.
tell everybody. But by that fifth or sixth time, we're like, oh, you got me 50 shades of that. So now I'm about to act stupid.
Okay.
Then you start acting stupid.
Okay.
She sounds like she's dealing with something.
And then that's when you start acting dumb.
Okay, Lemonade, hold on. Let me just say, okay? While we do not know what young Lohan has gone through,
Young
Yes.
Lolo.
however, we also don't know what Mr. Igor has been through. What we do know about him is that he's a millionaire.
Okay.
And Lindsay's not getting any more jobs. So if I was Lindsay, I would be very careful. I would take the Gabriel Union, Kobe's wife approach to this. I'd be just very
She don't got to be very careful. You know why? Because she got a very careful check if she's really pregnant. So she don't got to worry about that no more. So she's like, you know what? I got this baby.
Did I mention he's Russian?
I don't.
Yo, she got to check. If this was in America, we'd have a conversation. But if she goes to Moscow, we might never hear from Lindsay Lohan again.
I think Lindsay Lohan is going to work again. I think she's very talented.
Yes, I do.
I think that Igor is quite a gentleman too.
This is the new Parent Trap.
You know, I'm not a fan. I'm not a white girl fan. No offense to
white girls.
women. I'm just not. When I say not a fan, it's not my cup of tea. I'm sure people have a preference.
What does white girl fan mean?
A white girl fan, that's not my preference in girls.
You just said that Melania Trump can get it.
Oh, because she was first lady. I would also destroy Oprah. I'm not going. That's different. Oh, destroy. Oprah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how good is your destroying, by the way?
That's a different conversation. I'm just saying I'm half Persian, half black. Anyway, so we'll just say this. I digress. So when it comes to, I'm just not specifically attracted to a lot of white women.
Okay.
It's just not my type. Everyone has a type.
They do.
And it has nothing to do with the race. It's just certain things. Lindsay Lohan can get it.
So you say all that to say.
Just to say that anybody that could get it since we've been here, 2 white women.
She's not my type, but she can get it.
She can get it. And it's because of Mean Girls. And I don't know what it was about that movie, but I love that movie and I loved her in it. And it's just interesting watching her go through a Mean Girl drama right now.
Was it because she was from Africa and that's kind of attracted you?
Maybe. It was something about,
African.
I just enjoyed the intellect of that movie. I just found it very...
good movie.
All right, so in summary, Tehran would smash a white girl if she was either from Africa or the first lady. Kanisha has been hurt and got caught for cheating, allegedly.
Allegedly.
And most of the stories on this page deal with alleged crimes. I'm not doing Pokemon Go. And this has been Headlines with Headliners.
No.
Tehran, tell them where they can find you.
Find me on SoMe on Fox. Check your local listings. It's Monday through Friday and at the Laugh Factory every Monday and Thursday at 10. Hit me up for guest list. I got you.
Hey, you can find me over at All Def Digital. Please tune in and watch some amazing things. And Sirius XM, channel 45.
Follow me on Instagram.
Smart.
That's my challenge.
Smart.
At Mr. Nate Jackson, and there you'll be kept up with all of my shows. If there's not enough information there, check me out at natejacksoncomedy.com.
Smart.
Headlines with Headliners.
I am Tehran. I just need to throw that out there because that was smart.
At Kanisha is comedy, Kanisha.
And now that you're single, if you want to find out,
I would love to find out.
I'm just saying.
As long as I can wear your house robe after.
Roots of the Cubes.
It might
Y'all
be the
have a
only
blessed
thing you're
day.
wearing.
From executives Kevin Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio, Instagram @KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in. The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.